Hey guys, Bartell's Bookshelf here with just a quick little update. I'm actually on vacation in the Bay Area right now, so I haven't been reading as much, um, although I have been reading. But yeah, I just wanted to give this quick little update, just kind of talking about what's going on. Yeah, I'm in Foster City at the moment, in San Mateo County. Aaron is working on a job down here up until probably April or May, and he's been going up there since the beginning of January. So I thought this time I would just come down, spend the week with him, take the week off, enjoy myself. I am filming stuff on my phone for a future vlog that I'm going to do once I get back and I have all of my editing software available. Um, and yeah, like I said, I've been kind of busy this week, so I haven't been reading a whole lot. I mean, when I got here, I've been reading, and I've had time to sit down in the hotel room and read. But yeah, I've been kind of like distracted with other things at the moment. So all that I finished recently was this children's fantasy novel by James Thurber called The 13 Clocks. I had to return it to the library before I left for this trip, so I can't show it to you, but I can put it up here. Um, and yeah, this was a really, really fun children's book. I'd heard of James Thurber before. I know he was a very famous humorist and an illustrator. He unfortunately wasn't able to illustrate this book because at the time he was slowly going blind. So he had to get Mark Simont, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, to illustrate it. This specific edition I read was had an introduction by Neil Gaiman, where he sings its praises, and I can see why he really liked it. It's a very sort of classically fairy tale-esque fantasy adventure about a prince named Prince Zorn, who's in disguise as a minstrel named Shingu, and he ends up meeting this baron who is so cold and hates anything happy that all of the 13 clocks in his castle have frozen, and he keeps this princess Sarah Linda under his control, and princes from all across the world come to try and gain her hand in marriage. And each time he gives them a task, an impossible task, such as finding the bones of a boneless creature or something like that, um, to before he'll allow them to marry her. And of course, they always fail, and he executes them. Um, yeah, this was a really cute story. Very, very short, 124 pages, big text, primarily illustrated. Um, but although it's written for a younger audience, it has this very whimsical sense of humor. And one of the things that I noticed while reading it was that there's this interesting kind of a poetic rhythm to the text almost. Characters will kind of like slip in and out of rhyme, or like the prose will kind of just take on this rhythmic quality that I sort of picked up on. And so I looked into it, and apparently, actually, the writing of this book, the actual prose, was very tightly controlled by James Thurber. And yeah, looking it up here on Wikipedia, yeah, it's full of complex wordplay. As it says here, his use of an almost continuous internal meter with occasional hidden rhymes, akin to blank verse, but with no line breaks to advertise the structure. Um, According to this, apparently, the internal meter is so constant that it can be possible to predict the word order for a given phrase, um, as it says here on Wikipedia, by looking at the pattern of emphasis in the preceding phrase. Um, so I thought that was really fascinating. And as I mentioned, quite complex for a fantasy book, or for a children's fantasy book. It almost kind of puts me in mind of maybe somebody like William Morris, or some of those older fantasy authors like that. So that provided a real sense of structure and complexity to the prose that is sort of belied by this kind of simplistic fairy tale story. Um, and aside from that, it was just really entertaining. Um, Prince Zorn is helped along his adventure by this mysterious sort of semi-foolish creature called the Gollux, Golux, and he reminded me a lot of the Fool in Robin Hobb's Realm of the Elderling series, in that he is quite kind of foolish and absent-minded. He talks all the time about how he lies and forgets things, but there's hidden depths to him, and I really enjoyed him. I always enjoy characters like that, fools with hidden depths. Um, and there's just lots of really funny little sly bits of humor. He makes reference to this creature called the Toadal, Todal, which is this unknowable, sort of almost Lovecraftian eldritch creature that everyone is instantly afraid of. Like the minute you mention his name, someone's hair will go white, or their face will crease, or just something like that. Um, and It's implied that at the end of the story, the total um, devours the Baron for not being evil enough and stuff like that. It's just really funny and clever. I really enjoyed it, and of course, you can't have a children's book like this without the illustrations. The illustrations are an integral part to the story. And as I mentioned, the illustrations in this edition were provided by Mark Simont. And I'll find some and put them up here. I love the illustrations. They're very blocky, lots of sort of um, simplistic shapes, almost pretty much no outlines, um, very almost cartoonish. I don't know. I just love it. There's just the blocky shapes and the colors, and it's just lovely to look at. It's one of those things where you can just flip through the book and enjoy the pictures. Um, and so yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. And if you like children's literature and children's fantasy, which I very much do, I highly recommend that. But other than that, as I said, I haven't been reading a whole lot. Although I did walk down to the Target nearby me and I bought this book. This is Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shay Earnshaw. I just ran across this in the local Target and it looked interesting, so I bought it. It was 15 bucks. I'm a little over halfway through now, and I'm really, really enjoying this. It's basically sort of a sequel to The Nightmare Before Christmas from Sally's perspective as she tries to save Halloween Town. But I'll get more into that in my vlog once I get all that edited together. But yeah, really enjoying that. And I also brought a bunch of my library books that I've been in the middle of, um, and I'm making my way through those. I'm about a third or a little over a third through Twice Told Tales by Nathaniel Hawthorne, which I'm really enjoying. But again, I'll get into that more once I actually finish it and I have more to say. Don't want to, kind of. I don't really like talking about sort of half-finished books because it's sort of difficult to, you know, to get your thoughts together on something that you haven't completed. So, um, but yeah, just wanted to do this quick update, let you guys all know kind of what's going on, what I've been reading, and just letting you know that once I'm home, and I'm able to do more complex editing, I have this whole vlog that I'm gonna do. I've been filming every day, anytime I go out somewhere, taking pictures and stuff. So yeah, it'll be my first real like vlog type video. I mean, I've done little vloggy things here and there, like when I go to on bookstore trips and stuff like that, but I've never done a full on sort of travel vlog. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.